Peter, thanks a million for joining me today. Could we start off by you telling me a little bit about the nature of your business and the nature of your role and what you're doing here at Intersec this year?
Thanks for being here and having the chance
It's a pleasure.
of this interview. As I said, I'm working for Industrial Association in Germany, German Electrical and Electronics Manufacturers Association.
Okay.
We have supporting this fair for 7 or 8 years up to now, and are still supporting it, of course. All of our exhibitors at the German pavilion, they are satisfied, everything's fine. As far as my job is concerned, I'm also kind of advisor to Messe Frankfurt concerning this fair.
Okay.
I've also have a link into the German Ministry of Economics and Development, where we have supported this fair with delegations and other things throughout the years. And this is, as far as this region here is concerned, it's the most important fair for our member companies.
Okay, excellent. With regards to, let's say, the companies you're out here working with, your member companies, can you give me some background as to the kind of industries or categories that they're involved in, and I guess some of the opportunities that they're hoping to get from the fair this year?
Our member companies, they are manufacturers of technologies, fire detection, video surveillance, of course, prevention against intrusion.
Sure.
Access control, of course, and also the integration of these different things into platforms, into solutions for buildings.
Okay, excellent. Something I just want to touch on is your opinion of, you've obviously been supporting Intersec for the past number of years. Can you talk to me a little bit about the challenges that some of the companies that you are working with have had working out here in the region? And I suppose though the way they've used those challenges to turn them into opportunities.
In the safety and security business, it's extremely important to be certified.
Sure.
To be certified, either there's a German certifier, VDS.
Right.
There are also others, like UL from the USA.
Sure.
And it's extremely important to have your products and your systems certified by one of these.
Sure.
Up to a certain point, these worlds are somehow different, but they are growing together. That means that you can use European products certified according to a standard called EN 54.
Right.
But you can also use these products within the standards of the NFPA.
Okay.
That's the American way of life.
Sure.
And this works, and it's a great chance and opportunity for our companies to link these two worlds together and to make business here in the region. Okay,
excellent. Something you just touched on, the Made in Germany brand, is that, you think, a unique selling point while you're doing business out here in the region for the companies that you're working with?
Yeah, of course. I mean, competition by price, there are some others that might be cheaper.
Sure.
But it's always to be leading in terms of technological excellence, quality of services and everything that is around there.
Sure.
But strictly speaking, competition by price is not what we are aiming at.
Sure. You could say it's kind of a race to the bottom when you start going down that direction.
Might be.
I suppose that Made in Germany brand, the history that Germany has in that particular area that you're operating in, it's something that lends well to doing business out in this region.
So it's rather in terms of quality, but also in terms of integration, all these different technologies into a system.
Sure.
Because what you can see here at the fair is that these things are growing together more and more.
Right.
Say the integration of video surveillance, and access control, and biometric issues, and so on. Just a few weeks ago, we've officially done away with the word CCTV.
Okay.
CCTV means closed circuit television.
Right.
Means video only within a closed circle.
Sure.
But video surveillance is global due to some standard generated by the leading companies. It's called ONFIV, Open Network Video Interface.
Okay.
And so we've done away with the CCTV, and now the official name is only video surveillance.
Okay, excellent. I suppose leading on from that then, where do you see the big opportunities for the companies you're working with in the categories that they're operating in over the next couple of years?
As far as fire detection is concerned, we've done some research and development projects concerning the phase of before you really have a fire. It's called pre-ignition.
Okay.
There's not yet a flame, but it's smoke, perhaps somewhere hidden
Right.
in the building. Yeah. And we've done this project to find out what really happens in this very early phase of a fire, the pre-ignition, as
Right.
it's called. Yeah.
Right.
Because in former times, say some 20, 30 years ago, you usually had about, say, 10, 12, perhaps 15 minutes from a starting fire
Right.
until it's really burning, the so-called flash over.
Sure.
That means fire like hell.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we have other things in our surroundings. There are more plastics and other things. Yeah.
Okay.
So this phase is set to be shorter, perhaps only 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah.
Right.
So our aim is getting to know when the fire is starting somewhere around, very very early. Yeah. And that's an important issue for the companies engaged in these fire detection issues.
Okay.
We have another project, also supported by our ministry, with about $1 million. Yeah.
Okay.
Video surveillance, I think, lives on the integration of video and other things, as I said, access control, intrusion, and so on. And also on the fact that video can produce pictures.
Right.
And pictures you can have on your iPhone,
Right.
on your smartphone.
Right.
Yeah. And so video has become very attractive for all kind of purposes for the end user.
Okay.
And the last thing is, of course, as I already mentioned, the integration of all these different things into solutions, into platform for buildings. Yeah.
Right.
Not to have your building and then start the fire detection and prevention against intrusion and so on.
Right.
But having one solution for all, one
Sure.
completely integrated solution.
Right. Okay. One of the big topics that a lot of the companies we've been talking to over the last few days has been doing business in Africa. Is that something that the companies you're working with are looking at the moment, or are they very much focused on the Middle East still?
I think they are rather focused on Middle East.
Right.
Because Africa, it's completely different.
Sure. Yeah.
And you have to have some sort of level of safety and security before you start investments in fire detections and in other things. And I'm not sure. Africa, of course, you have those countries with oil and fire detection on oil platforms is always an important thing.
Sure.
But apart from that, other countries, I'm not sure about it.
Okay.
I think they are, as far as that is concerned, I think the companies, they are rather focused on this fair, on that region.
Right.
And most of them, they deliver their services from here also to other regions.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Perhaps not in the middle of Africa, but
Sure.
Egypt and other.
But they're acting as service providers to other countries based here, though.
Yeah.
Right. Your companies that you're working with, obviously very focused on this particular region. Is the slowdown that's happening in the region having an impact on them doing business? Are they finding any particular challenges in the region at the moment, or do they see any opportunities coming up over the next couple of years that they know they really want to take advantage of?
I've been talking to most of them, and I do not see that there is any decline here in business.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps you do not have the growth rates like you had in former years.
Right.
Yeah? But business is perhaps slower but steady.
Sure. Okay. One final question. Obviously, Intersec is a huge part of the marketing strategy for a lot of the companies that you're working with. What else are they doing outside of Intersec to help them build their business in the region, grow that kind of brand awareness, and try and ensure growth over the next couple of years?
Oh, we do a lot of in the standardization business. We develop new standards, because safety and security business is always based on standards.
Sure.
Yeah. We take care of the development of laws. Yeah.
Right.
Right at the moment in Germany, they are preparing a law to improve the preconditions for video surveillance.
Okay.
Yeah. We do some research and development projects on different issues, and we try to give the companies a kind of platform also to meet other stakeholders.
Okay.
Like the companies say from energy management,
Right.
or power supply, or also household appliances or consumer electronics.
Okay.
Because they all meet in the smart home,
Right.
or in the smart building.
Okay.
And all this has to be integrated
Sure.
on some level.
Right.
And you always have the questions. If you are working together with them, they have their own standardization, they have their own laws, they have their own business.
Right.
And on what level are you willing to integrate?
Sure.
And then another important question is the different roles within the system.
Right.
Who is in charge of what?
Okay.
Who has deliver which information to the
Sure.
others? And then, of course, who is responsible?
Right.
As long as the system is working, no problem, fine. But if something doesn't work or whatever happens,
Yep.
who's in charge of it?
Right. Okay.
And we try to give them, as I said, a kind of platform for these questions.
Okay.
We do not have all the answers, but at least we talk about.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. No, that's fantastic. Peter, thanks a million for your time today.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. It's been great talking to you. The best of luck with Intersec
Okay.
this year.